Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to another episode of Not Sure to Speak Out Sessions. It's your girl, Shannon. I'm here with the one and only Mr. Gerald O. White. How are you today?
I'm doing great. I'm happy for this show. This is gonna be a fun one.
I'm going to say it right now.
Know it.
This is
We've been
like
laughing since
pretty much.
before we even hit record. We've been laughing. I'm really excited for this show.
This is like no other show you have heard or seen. Okay?
Mm-mm.
So
Mm-mm.
we have a special guest. Okay? She is an entrepreneur, a soul care advocate, a master cook, a cocktail connoisseur, and a regional property manager. And best for last, she is my big sister. Hello, Alysse. How are you?
Hi. Why'd you have to add in a big sister part?
Yeah, she put you out there.
Older sister?
Like
Mm.
Something?
sis, like
Sissy? Like, what do you, I mean?
just sister. Sister
Oh,
friend.
okay. So let's put it out there. She doesn't like to be the older because usually when people come to our in midst of us, I usually am deemed the older one. So I'm sorry. My lovely, amazing sister, Miss Alysse, how are you?
Hey, I'm fabulous. Thank you for having me.
Hi, Alysse. Good
Cheers.
morning. Cheers.
Good morning.
Now, wait. What are you sipping on? Before we get into anything, what are you sipping on there?
This is my Saturday adult juice.
Okay.
It consists of tequila, guava, mango, coconut water, and beetroot juice.
Nice.
Cocktail connoisseur, and I will say this is historical because I don't think anybody has ever openly had alcohol with us. Me and Jared sip quite frequently.
I'm like, what are you talking about?
I don't think any guest has said, "Hey, I'm drinking right now." Like, I don't think that's happened. But usually,
You're the first.
Yeah, you're the first.
Salud.
Salute.
Cheers to you.
Yeah.
And where are our drinks, Shannon?
Um,
Oh, you got a cocktail in there?
no, I got water.
Oh, I was about to say, you didn't tell me.
No, I would have told you. So, AK,
It's me. I don't understand why y'all aren't prepared.
Well, should I say the time because it's early?
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Facts.
Okay. Well, yes, it is. So, again, like I said, this is going to be an episode like no other. Cheers. Cheers. Everyone, let's cheers. Let's just cheers first. All right.
Cheers.
We got the water. Jared, you don't have your cup. I'm sorry. Cheers.
I'm starting to get hot flashes though. This sweatshirt about to come off soon.
All right. So
now we've turned into OnlyFans. Is this demon time?
Ah!
We are recording.
We are recording. Okay. So AK, how has the current social climate impacted you?
I don't know. Like to sit here and try and put that into words is more than we probably have time for. But I can tell you the one thing that I've gotten out of this whole past year plus is slowing the fuck down and really being present in the moment and taking care of myself 100%, putting me first, and being unapologetic about it, however that looks, that moment, that day, that hour. I give, when I say I give zero fucks, when it comes down to like taking care of this and me personally, it's zero fucks. Like nothing else matters.
Right. Shout out to you because I feel like our family this year has been a very important thing for everybody to take care of their mental and their inner peace. But also I know that we have as a family talked about the racial and social injustices that we've seen. And everybody has their different perspectives. I think for me, me and Jerry, we talked about the anger and what do you do with that anger? Like I've had conversations with you, like how do you feel? I feel like it's hard to show up every day when you're clearly impacted and then some people aren't really feeling the same way that you
are. Drained, tired, Like that's the best way to put it. Like I'm like running on E, when you have to still go to work every day, show up, live your life, smile on your face. Meanwhile, you're like looking over your shoulder, wondering who's talking about you, which crazy person's gonna have a bad day, like, or if you're gonna be misconstrued the wrong way, something you say, you know, a normal setting would be fine, and then sometimes people take it and go way far with it. It's a lot.
Mhm.
It's a lot. And me personally, um being the empathic energy that I am, um that's why soul care is so much more important, and me kind of removing myself and taking whatever time and space I need to process and be present in my feelings and my emotions, um and getting back to doing what I need to do for things to feel good again.
Mhm.
which is extremely important. You touched upon soul care, and I would love to hear more about Soultree, your product, your baby, and how that came about. I used your kit, that kit that you sent me, and I fell in love with it. It smelled beautiful. It felt beautiful. I felt so good when before I even got to the products and I opened the box. I felt good, and that was such an amazing feeling. So just please tell us how Soultree has come about.
Soul Tree has been a brainchild of mine for the last decade. It's something that my sister has advocated and pushed for in its several dozen variations. Um, and it was honestly when the pandemic hit that I was like, screw this, why not now? And I literally went online, registered my business, got my tax ID, did all the stuff I needed to do for that. And I still wasn't 100% sure on the direction and where it was going. I just knew that I needed it. And I needed that outlet and I needed to share with other people. I mean, people like who are close to me and who know me will ask, "Hey, Alysse, I'm feeling this way. What should I do about this? Because I'm into the hippy dippy. Give me your oils, your herbs, your whatever natural remedies we can put into our bodies to make them function the way that they're supposed to. Um, I'm all about it." So Soul Tree came about. I was sitting on. I just moved home from North Carolina and I was sitting on my mom's balcony drinking a bottle of wine. And it was to the point where the lady at the liquor store recognized when I changed my weave or my braids or whatever because I was going in there so frequently. And I was like, okay, like whatever. I got my feelings about that. Um, but I had experienced some tough times at the end of my time in North Carolina. I went to school down there, which is why I moved back home. And I was searching for something, anything to like make me feel again. Um, so I started cooking. I loved cooking. I love cooking. Like it's therapy for me. I will recreate something in a restaurant in a heartbeat. I will make something out of nothing, like make it work. Give me a can of well, not spam, but you know what I'm saying? Like I will make whatever we have, and it's gonna be amazing and delicious. So I started cooking for my family, and then my mom was like, Lisa, a lot of the stuff you make is like really rich because I worked in restaurants, since I was in high school. Some of them being fine dining. I learned a lot of bougie shit and I brought it back home. And my mom's like, if you could just cut this down a little bit, and like she was trying to be aware and health conscious of certain things. Like, okay. So I started to get creative and try new things. And this was probably around the time where things started that the nutrition side of being healthy started to come in with people doing like the acai bowls and all that other stuff. So um, yeah, and I went from there. I initially wanted to do food, and I was going to be called Sultry Eats, and that lasted a whole 2 months, Shannon.
No, it was longer than that. It was longer than that.
I did meal prep for my sister, and
It was
like that
amazing.
was amazing.
It,
But it's very demanding, and I realized like I can't do this and still work and like try and build my, real estate background career on the side like that. I just don't have the time. So that kind of fell off, and then I left it alone, and had a relationship or two, and um, came back to creating things in the kitchen. One Christmas for my entire family, I made body scrubs. And it was literally out of a need because A, I was broke and like I wanted to give everybody like a cool gift. Like, who doesn't like a good body scrub? And when I tell you, they were like,
Yeah.
so when are you gonna make some more?
Yeah.
So when are you gonna make some more? So when are you gonna make some more? And I'm like, it's not that hard, y'all. But no, you have to make it. And I'm like, okay, whatever. So periodically, holidays, um, birthdays and things, I would give them out as gifts. And then the more I gave them out, more people were like, so can I get some more of that? How did you do this? This is so amazing. And it's literally just me being random in the kitchen, making it work.
And, but tell us about the soul box, because it's such a good. Alysse has this really cool soul care line, and it comes in one of her products is this soul box where it has the tea in it, it has the oil in it, it has the sage, this amazing body butter, and this body scrub. Like I want to eat
Yeah.
the butter. Was that your focus to put together like this really this soul box? Like was that the purpose, or that kind of like grew? Like how did that come about?
It honestly grew. So like, obviously when you're starting any business, you're going to do, your market research and kind of see what else is out there. We all know subscription boxes are a thing. And it was a way for me to share more of what I create outside of just the scrubs. So people can get a little sampling of everything, because soul care is not just one thing. It's multiple things encompassing to make sure that, you're good. You feel good.
Yeah. So because again, I feel like I've been there every step of the way. So like the journey itself is beautiful to see it kind of come into fruition. I feel like everything kind of, I don't want to say happened by accident, but it was just a effortless evolution, right? So the scrub happened, and then it was like, I want to make. You would ask her like, "Oh, what do you think of this?" And she would just be in the kitchen trying. She's like, "Oh, I made body butter," and she's like, "Can you try it out?" And that's all I use on KJ for the most part because he has really like sensitive skin. So she was like, "Okay, yeah, try this." And the tea. Hey, I made tea. Like, can you try it? I think it's just been an effortless evolution of products that are good for the soul. And we, shameless marketing, but starting from the food, some of the stuff that I'm like, hey, Alysse, I remember when you made that for me 10 years ago, and it was amazing. There's a quinoa thing you do. It's just like it's evolved, but I can't wait to see what it evolves into more. Like it's just been a constant um growth. So shout out to the soul box, but like
Thanks,
this is a long time coming.
Thanks. It
Uh,
is.
yes, it is. And I'm very proud of you. So can we go back to like why do you feel, and I feel like you mentioned it, why do you feel that soul care and wellness is so important?
Um, so I'm speaking from my perspective, in my experience, uh, specifically being a Black woman in America, um, who works in a corporate setting, who's dealing with, a predominantly non-Black environment. When you get up there in upper management and things, I know people are talking about code switching and all that. Like, it is a thing, and I'm not going to apologize for how I was raised or the opportunities that were afforded to me because of my parents, hard work and sacrifices. But I think, and this is just again my experience, my perspective, I think a part of being Black was lost in that. Like, yes, we were taught certain things, and you have to show up this way, you have to act this way, you can't say this, don't do this. Like, and a lot of that in turn, like, causes you to internalize a lot of stuff. So, like, as a kid who went to school with predominantly white people, like, I'm trying to assimilate and like be like, oh, and like I want a ponytail, and like I want to do this, and I want to straighten my hair, and I often, and I still do sometimes, like joke about, stereotypical Black things in terms to make other people feel more comfortable with my Blackness. And I think, I'm sorry, what was the question? Where was I going with this?
Going.
Right. What is it like? Why is soul care and wellness so important to
Oh,
you?
yes, back to the mental health part. That is why it's so important. Um, because there's a part of me that I was shutting down, that I had suppressed, that I had, shh, be quiet, like, no, instead of embracing all of the magic that is being Black. Like, I've never been prouder to be Black than I am right now. And that's at 37 years old.
Right.
So it's took me going through a lot of shit, like big traumas, small traumas, everyday stuff, to really get back and understand the essence of being human in our experience.
All right. Tell us more about that awakening. Tell us more about that understanding that you should be proud of who you are, or discovering who you are, or that self-identity in some ways. Like, tell us about that awakening.
It's scary. It's scary as fuck.
Mm.
Like, initially, it's like, really take a look at yourself in the mirror, flaws and all, and accept it and embrace it and love it and honor it, and take those experiences, whether they're good, bad, ugly, or indifferent, and know that you are who you are in this moment right now because of that. And that's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing. We all have, various things that we go through, but every experience is meant to either nurture you or help you grow or learn from in some way. Every little thing you experience takes you to the point where you are now
Right.
in the present moment. So getting, without getting too deep, but um, that's just for me how I try to look at things. And when I get all, I suffer from anxiety and depression. I was like, what? Come again? My therapist was like, no, I don't. No, I don't. I'm just stressed out. Like, there's a lot going on. No, you suffer from anxiety and depression. Hearing somebody tell you that about yourself makes you depressed.
Yeah.
And you're like, what the fuck is wrong with me? Like, why can't I just get it right? Everybody else has things going right. Like, what's wrong with me? And then you shrink further down. No, I embrace all of it. And I accept when I'm in that moment, and I look at it for what it is in that moment. And then I have a moment with myself. Okay, Alysse, are you being rational right now? Like, do you just need to scream? Is there something else that triggered you and you're just blowing this whole thing out of proportion? We're just in such a go, go, go all the time. All the time. Because I'm a freaking workaholic. I'm sitting in my this little corner, but on the other side you don't see my desk. Like, um for somebody who works very hard and takes pride in what she does, like, I purposely have to cut out time to just be.
Yeah.
And Shannon knows, like, there'll be days I'm like, yeah, I'm having a non-human day. Don't call me.
Yeah.
Legit. Don't call. I'm okay. I'll check in with you guys tomorrow. Don't call me.
Right.
And I will sit in silence. I have a TV. I don't turn it on. I will sit in my house in silence and just let that be. Go for a walk. Whatever it is. Just slow the fuck down.
Yeah, digging more about your self-care or soul care routines, the going for the walks and just shutting down. Because me and Shannon, we have our moments where we're like, we're good, we're done. So I want to hear about yours.
It varies. So I journal a lot. Writing is therapeutic. I think soul care is anything that feels good to you, that leaves you feeling rejuvenated, replenished, but not drained. When you're out there working and doing for everybody else, that is draining your energy. The purpose of soul care is to replenish it. Everything has energy. Everything in the world has energy. Piece of plastic, the phone that we're on, the plants, everything has energy. And that can either add to you or take away from you. So when you're out there in the world and you're hustling and busting, doing everything you gotta do, like, it's a lot. And when you come back home, aren't you like, oh, time for I don't want to do anything. So I make it a point to, my home is my sanctuary. I don't let just anybody come over. Shannon will tell you, don't come to my house unannounced. You will stand outside knocking at the door. Like, can I help you? You're not going to disrupt my peace. So it's really, I think it's important to have those boundaries and create whatever area, space, time you need for yourself. Um, and do whatever makes you feel good. For me, I love listening to music. Um, the quarantine has made me get into plants. As you see, like 10 years ago, I killed a snake plant. Like, and if anybody knows anything about plants, those are hard to kill. So, like, um, yeah. So I got into plants, music, cooking. Is something that I enjoy, even though I live alone. It's kind of hard to do. So Shannon knows. I'll call her and be like, "Yeah, I cooked. Do you want to come grab a plate?" Because I don't know how to cook for one person. I'm learning, working on it. Other soul things I do, I create. For me, creating the Soultree body products, that's therapy for me. Um, Random DIY stuff. I've got, various pieces of furniture and things that I've painted around my house. It's that creative outlet for me, that fuels my soul and makes me feel better. Working out, moving. When I'm like, after I've had one of my like depressive episodes, like, oh my God, life sucks, this sucks, America sucks. I'm laying on my couch for 24 hours. Like, I feel it. I'm achy, I move, like everything. And then I go for a walk, or I go, do a quick 30-minute workout, and I feel 20 times better. And it's all energy and chemical without getting too like into it. But
So, uh, yes, again, like I said, different episode today, but because I know, obviously you're my sister, the goal of soul care is to nourish the soul, right?
mm,
What do you want people to feel with each product, like the scrub and the tea, and I mean, like, what is your goal for each individual product? Because you put thought into even the delivery of your boxes, you put thought into that. So what do you want people to receive and feel from your products?
that soul care is an art. Um, and it's all about the individual experience. Like, yes, I created this, but it's all in how you use it and incorporate it into your self care. Body care, personal care products. That's supposed to be like personal time. So, whatever you decide for your self care routine, this is just an added bonus into that. But I think it's more so to make you purposefully like take that moment, take that time to take care of you.
Mhm.
That makes
I
sense.
think I'm an advocate for it. I love it a lot. I think you're gonna do some amazing things with
Hey.
it. Now, what's next? Oh, sorry. Am I cutting you off, Shannon?
Yes, sorry, there was like a very loud sound that I wanted to make sure you didn't hear. What is your favorite product, Elise?
What is my favorite product? Actually, it's a new one, but I can't talk about it. But it's for
Why?
your face.
Oh,
Because, okay, so I made this amazing like clay pudding mask. And when I tell you, like, my skin has been feeling like butter,
mm.
butter. Shannon, I'll have to give you a sample. But it looks like Jello pudding, but it's like, mm, it feels so good. So good.
So what's your second favorite one that
My second favorite one, hands down, is the scrub. I use my body scrub daily.
Yes.
Every time I take a shower, I scrub, because me having eczema, which also was another reason why I created this, I am able to, exfoliate, get all the extra stuff off, and my skin is not dry when I get out of the shower. Like, lotion is an option.
Right.
And like, what? I'm black. Just saying.
Yes. Okay, let's talk about that because I think it's important to realize that a lot of the soaps and things that we grew up on, it's not meant like black skin, we need some moisture. A lot of the soaps and things and scrubs don't offer moisture, they actually strip our skin. And so that's why I think it's interesting because when I started using it, I'm like, oh, I don't need, like, I used to have to lather myself up, especially in the wintertime, which is my favorite time to use the scrub, is because of the fact that it's meant to moisturize like your skin versus taking away from it.
Hmm.
Um, and I will say, selfishly, I was waiting for you to say that because that's my favorite product, and it also goes like water in my house because everybody uses it.
Yes, definitely. So I developed everything based on my personal experience. I've used them all myself. I have sensitive skin with eczema and allergies. So people in the family have no allergies and things. I was very aware of what I was putting into it, with all natural ingredients and essential oils. And like I did my research and smelled a lot of stuff, and I'm like, okay, what goes good with what? And I think that just goes back to like my cooking and just making it work. But I just kind of got creative and developed cool blends that work together. Some of them have added benefits, like the laugh out, lights out lavender. Sorry, lights out lavender. LOL. That is, specifically for people who have trouble sleeping. I suffer from insomnia, and I was like, all right, what essential oils can I put together? And it's literally, you're drooling, you're drooling.
Um, I have one more question. Sorry, Jared, to cut you off. Because I think that it's important that anybody that comes on the show that has, a side hustle or a business, we talk about what it is to be an entrepreneur, but also work a 9 to 5 and how we balance, if at all, because we've already established in many episodes that there is no balance. Like, what do you do?
Oh.
Because your whole product is about soul care, right?
Hmm.
But you're also a business person. You're also trying to get your products to people. So what do you take? What steps do you take to be as balanced as you can with working your real estate job as well as soul care and sultry?
Hmm. I initially put a crap ton, and that's where the delay came. I had so much pressure and expectations on myself of what I wanted it to be like right then, right there. Like this is, I'm not gonna put it out unless it's like perfect. I'm not. Like, no, I didn't want to do it. And everybody's like, come on, like just do it, do it, do it. And literally my first round of products were like jars from Amazon, old candles, and like Staples stamped like stickers. Like it was a hot mess express. But, people still paid for it, my friends and family and supported me. And I think it was, being patient with yourself, allowing yourself that grace and space to grow, and let it evolve naturally as it should be. You're not going to be, you don't have Oprah money to sit here. I don't, at least I don't. Start my own business. And honestly, it's just something that I was passionate about that, you know, through the push and inspiration of like friends and family to keep doing it. And it feels good. So yeah, uh, there is no balance, but there is balance. But you gotta feel it out. Just ride the waves. You'll be okay.
So
That remind me of the movie. What is it?
Rolling with
Oh,
the
with the
homies.
homies. Where this
what
is
movie is that?
Clueless.
Clueless. What?
The
Oh my
homies.
God. Bye, Jared. Bye. Goodbye. Goodbye.
It's oh, what's she passed away? What's her name?
Brittany
Bro,
something.
Yeah, Brittany Murphy. That was her.
Brittany something.
Rolling with the homies. Sorry. Anyways, um, go ahead, Jared.
well, what's what is next for Alysse and Soultry? What is the next envision? What's next for Soultry? Like, what's happening?
Um, what's next for Soultry? I think is just for more people to become aware, um, and embrace the vibe, because that's what it is. Literally, I've had to say, sultry is a vibe, and it is. It's a mentality. You are what you repeatedly do. So you need to take care of yourself and your soul every day, just like you go to work, just like you wash your ass, just like you feed yourself and your kids. Soul care needs to be habitual. You know what I'm trying to say. In a ritual. And yeah, like I, so that's all. I just hope more people, whether it's through Soultree or through other avenues, because everybody's got the self-care thing. For me, it's a lot deeper than that. Check it out on my blog, because I write about my experience. That's all I'm sharing. Honestly, I'm not some certified coach. I didn't go to school for all of this. No, I'm just literally sharing my experience in hopes that it will inspire other people to take care of themselves while we're here in this being, in this presence, this journey.
Right. So can you tell everybody where they can find you, and if you want to highlight what you share on, or something that you share on your blog, so that people can also subscribe to that?
So you can find me on my website at Soultree. That's SOULTRY by Alysse, ALYSSE.com. You can also find me on Instagram at Soultree Brands, or on Facebook at Soultree. You can email me at soultreebrands@gmail.com. The blog is literally just my mind dump, and I put it into a blog form. I mentioned before, I do journaling, so it's based off my experiences, dating, work, life, the gym, therapy, whatever's going on and inspiring me and feeling like I need to get it out there and share it with people.
And if someone is interested in trying or sampling any of the Soultree products, the best thing to do would be to order a Soultree box.
Yes, the Soultree box, it comes with a 4-ounce scrub, body butter, our custom Soultree blend tea, some Palo Santo to cleanse your space. It's a vibe.
Okay, so because I said this show is different than any other, I would like you to say in a sentence all that is Soultree, because it's a lot, and how it's supposed to nourish your soul. Put you on the spot. Sorry.
Soultree, it's the art of soul care.
Period.
Period.
Period. It's on your sweatshirt.
Also available on the website.
I'm sitting here like, okay.
Hey, not joke up. It's also available on the website.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to read. What was on the? Okay, got it. Okay.
Not your cup of tea.
I like that.
Soultree on the other side.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that. I want a mug.
For your soul tea.
For the soul tea. All right. Oh. Again, I appreciate you. I adore you. I'm really excited for all things Soultree. This has been a long time coming. I appreciate you for doing this episode with us. Jared, you got
it better be dope. Y'all better blow this up. You know what I'm saying? Click like, subscribe down in the bio. You heard?
I think she did it.
I think she did it. Okay, so we're gonna thank you. This is another episode of Not Trying to Be Speak Out Sessions. I'm your girl Shannon with the amazing Mr. Jared O. White.
We'll see you next time.
Please follow us. Please follow us.
Right. Sorry.
No, sorry. Please follow us on our Instagram and YouTube, Not Trying to Be Brand. Also, our website, nottryingtobebrand.com. Until next time, see you guys.
Later.